Hey, Jay. So, how was your day, Jay? It was amazing. Oh, okay. Why was it amazing? I can't miss this. Okay. Good thing I didn't start anything yet. I was waiting for Jay to tell me why her day was amazing. Hi. Hi, Maya. Okay, there's enough people here. I'll start now. Alrighty, back to from where we left off. It's a really ugly ass lady named Lotta. Well, at first I got a special gift, a 2-pack t-shirt for $1, and I got my first credit card and saw an old friend. Time to get my character. I'm gonna drink my water. Alrighty. Rude, Leon. What? What's rude? How am I rude? This shirt was originally $25. What a ripoff. But then you got it for so cheap. Anyways, I learned something in today's trial, that's for sure. Testifying in serious business. That's why I decided not to talk about that case anymore. Huh? Whoa, did you say you had information about the case? Like I said, I'll trade it for the dirt on Gordy. What do you want to do if Gordy doesn't exist? I'll quit being an investigative photographer. What? After all, I only have one photo to my name so far. Was it a good one? You bet. A UFO. UFO? Anyway, if I can get a career making photo this time around, then that's it. I'll quit and go back to school. DBX is right though, by the way. This puts you in debt. It just puts you in debt when you're older. And then you gotta pay it off. It's just, ugh. Anyways, huh? So you really are a university student? Yeah, well, I'm taking a break for a bit. Right. December 26th, Police Department, Criminal Affairs. Hey there, pal. Hey, Rasharnier, aka Gumshoe. It's a Bluebird card. Nigga! And what's so special about a Bluebird card? What is it, a Twitter card? Twitter has cards now. What's up? You look out of sorts. Wait, you didn't go and do something that's gonna hurt Ezreal's case again. What do you mean, again? Whatever, have a seat, pal. I'm here for you if you need anything. Besides, money, that is. Say it's at the Gumshoe. Do you know Gordy? The monster down in Gloyd Lake? Not personally, no. Well, we're looking for it. No fees at all. My ass. Huh? Are you out of your minds? Yeah. You got no time to go monster hunting. How about going a little unquestioning for me then? Oh. It's that the Gumshoe is scaring me, Nick. I thought that Gumshoe about to deal with Lotto. Nick, try telling him sooner next time. Sorry. I see, pal. Sorry for shouting at you. Okay. Hi, it's at the Gumshoe. Hey, just search for Gordy. Huh? I'll loan you one of our newest secret weapons for finding evidence. You can take us to everyone you like. Okay, give us the goods. Hold on now, everything in due time. First, let me show them to you. These are our best and brightest. Introducing secret weapon number 1, Missile. Missile? He's a canine police dog, still in training. Missile, Missile, here boy. Wolf. Here he is. Hey, he's cute. Look, Nick, cute dog. A cute dog. And this will help us how? Wolf. Next is weapon number 2, a fishing pole. Here it is, my own personal pole. It's at the Gumshoe. We're looking for a monster. Yeah. How are we supposed to catch a monster with a fishing pole? Never know until you try, pal. Okay, this next one is the last one. No, please, I'm already overwhelmed by our choices. Secret weapon number 3, a metal detector. Here. It's at the Gumshoe. We're looking for something alive. Right. How are we supposed to find it with a metal detector? Hey, you never know. It might have been eating soda cans. What else will it be? I can't make up my mind, Nick. They all seem so perfect. I can't make up my mind either, for the totally opposite reason. Can we borrow a missile? Sure thing, pal. Be good to him. Woof. He's so cute. Oh boy. Well, thanks, Gumshoe. I have to come back and get all the weapons, though. Well, not later. Because something happens if I do that. Funk. Looks like Edgeworth is in questioning. Let's come back later. Guess so. Hey, Nick. Missile's been acting strangely. Missile? Oh, right. That little creature of the detectives. Hey, I love little doggies. Good boy. Good boy. Grrr. What's wrong, Missile? Okay. Missile. Missile. Whoa, whoa, stop that thing. Cannibal. It's eating my samurai dogs. samurai dogs. Wow, he hit every single one. I'm sorry, Larry. Sorry, don't pay my bills, Nick. It's gonna have this. It's going to have to this time. It's always so quiet here. I wonder if the boat stop is closed for good. Well, with the murder on the lake and all, they're probably just taking a vacation until it blows over. I get it. Yeah, sure, pal. Forgot to take it back the last one I lent you. Department policy. Well, take a pick, which will be. You borrow that metal detector. Sure thing, pal. I'm not sure what we're gonna find with this. Remember, you're hunting for a monster. Anything is possible. Anything. Beep, beep, beep. Nick, it's beeping. The metal detector found something. Sure is loud enough about it. Whatever it is, must be in those bushes. Go check it out, Maya. Why do I have to check it out? Nick? Look. Huh? An air tank? Huh. The valve looks broken. I thought it was Gordy. Maya, first of all, why would Gordy be in the bushes? And second of all, why would our metal detector react to a sea monster? Oh, huh? There's something wrapped around this air tank. It looks like a string of flags. Well, we might as well take it with us now that we found it. It's heavy. So the gumshoe was in here. Oh, that's right. Let's come back later. This nigga. Great, now I gotta load. You fucking slut. Anyways. Papers, please. Face ass. Damn it. Go back. Go to the criminal affairs department. Blah, blah, blah. We already been through all this. Shut up, Gumshoe. Gordy. Yeah. Just gonna leave, motherfucker. Missile. Bark. It's a dog. Get missile. Well, it has an expiration date on every credit card, so I imagine it does. Jesus Christ, missile. Anyways, hi, Tiny. Alright. Alright, let's move. Oh, the fishing pole next. Alright, go back. Why are you saying quiet, DBX? I can't, DBX. I loaded back to like where I started because I'm trying to do something here. I know to give it to him, but I'm trying to do something here. Alright, now I can do the metal detector. There it is. Okay, now go to the boat shop. Beep, 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 whatever, blah, 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 blah. Find the air tank. Send Maya. Show it to Larry. What? An air tank? What about it? Larry, I wanted to talk to you about this tank. Is it yours? Have you seen it before? Is it yours? Have you seen this before? Huh? Me? No, never. Who the heck would go diving in the middle? Would go diving in the middle of the winter? There's something about the way his eyes twist when I showed him the tank. I think I'd better pursue this line of questioning a little further. Jeez, why would I have a thing like that? Look, see all those strings of flags around the tank valve? It's just like the string of flags around your Steel Samurai there. Must be a coincidence. There are strings of flags everywhere these days. Like elementary schools. And used car dealerships. Look, why would I need a tank anyway? You used it to inflate that, didn't you? I inflated what? What else? That big puffy Steel Samurai. Now, why did you go asking me a question like that? Looks like I hit the nail on the head. Right. Actually, see, the compressor I always used was on the fritz. So I tried using the tank to inflate it. Just once. And it didn't go so well. As I suspected. It didn't go so well? Yeah. Do you think you could be a little more specific? Come on. Look, it's embarrassing, so I really don't want to talk about it. Tell us! Fine. Whatever. It's like what I said. The compressor was busted. So I took the tank and tried to fill the Samurai up with that. And then... blam! The valve busted open and made this incredible noise. And that tank there took off like a rocket. And it took my poor deflated Steel Samurai with it. What? Off into Gourd Lake? It sure scared me out of my gourd, that's for sure. So the tank and the Steel Samurai you're trying to fill up flew away. What happened next? Well, all that happened on the 20th or so. The 20th, a week ago. Now, as far as I can see, the tank went flying out into the lake. So I went out every night in a boat looking for it. I mean, Kianse gave me that Steel Samurai after all. And when did you find it? Just the night before last. It flew way out there. It took me 4 whole days to find it. The night before last was the night of the murder. Sorry for not telling you, Nick. Actually, I was here on the night of the murder. But you see, I went home before midnight. So you didn't know about what happened? No. That's too bad. It's not all bad. You solved one mystery at least. A mystery? Maybe we should go tell her. Slide to the right. Slide to space S. Well, Mr. Lawyer, I've got all the info y'all need. Y'all got the scoop on Gordy for me yet? Lada, there is no such thing as Gordy. But what? How can y'all be so sure? Really, Nick? Y'all got some proof Gordy doesn't exist? The proof that Gordy doesn't exist? Of course I have proof. No lawyer this bad would make a claim without the proof to back it up. Hey, Rash. Here's the proof that Gordy doesn't exist. Larry's air tank? What are y'all doing with an air tank? This is Gordy. Excuse me? What exactly are you saying, Nick? There's a stand near here. A hot dog stand. The giant inflatable samurai doll there. About a week ago, an idiot who happens to be a friend of mine tried to fill it. He used this air tank, and when the valve blew, the tank flew into the lake. Apparently, it made a pretty loud bang when it flew. A bang? The tank, along with the steel deflated samurai, fell into the lake. At the same time, a couple was taking a photograph of the lake. This photo. Wait, so you're saying that Gordy is really the Steel Samurai? Well, that's fine way to ruin a gal's dreams. I'm sorry, Lada. Nah, it's okay. You win. I'll give you your info, like I promised. Poor Lada. So tell us this information you have. A promise is a promise, I guess. I overheard the cops around here saying something about the witness tomorrow. They said he's the caretaker of the boat rental place up the path there. Boat rental? There's someone there? I mean, it looks so deserted. Just an old guy living all by himself. I should go check it out. Thanks, Lara. We will. Let's get cracking, Nick. Hold on. Something else? Yeah, the night of the murder. My camera clicked twice, you know. Wait, so you have another photo? Well, yeah, well, there's nothing in it at all. Just the lake. I figured it wouldn't be much of use as evidence, so I kept it to myself. Well, it might not be helpful at all, but here, take it. Bye now. Y'all take care. Time for me to pack up and leave. Poor Lada. It's all Larry's fault. The legend still lives on, I guess. The legend? Yeah, the legend of Larry. Familiar to all who know him for any length of time. When something smells, it's usually the butts. Someone should whip that butts into shape. Hey Nick, this is the boat shop that Lada was talking about. You're right. Doesn't seem to be anyone around at all. Well, let's go check it out. Well, let's go check it out anyway. Meg! Meg! Is that you? Hey! Hey, is that Keith with you? Where have you been? I've been worried sick. Nick, you handle this. I think I'll leave this one up to you, Maya. Meg! Yes? Finally made up your mind, have you? My mind? You'll run the pasta shop when I'm gone. Pasta? Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. You make your old man proud. When you kids at the house, I didn't know what to think. How am I supposed to keep this place running? An old man like me? Polly, the kids are home. Okay, DBX. Hello, hello, squat. Nick, what was that? A parrot. The one on that perch. Keith! Yes? I'll leave the wet noodle in your capable hands, sonny. Nick? What's the wet noodle? Based on the available evidence, I'd say it's the name of this pasta shop. That's a relief, isn't it, Polly? Hello, hello, squad. Hey, yup. He fell asleep. I guess he's relieved. This is... a pasta shop? Hey, yep. To think the wet noodle will live on when I'm gone. My father started it, you know, so that makes you two the third generation. Dough tossing? You too, Keith. Yes. You'll be the best pasta wrangler that West has ever seen. Pasta wrangler? The West? Isn't pasta from Italy? Meg! Yes? You know the best pasta's always been made west of the Rockies, don't you? Right, of course. Everybody knows that. Nick? Huh? How long do we have to keep up about this all in the family charade? This old man must know something about the murder. We're not leaving until we found out what it is. This is a boat rental shop, right? What are you talking about? This here's the Palace of Pasta, the wet noodle. Though now that you mention it, we haven't gotten many orders for spaghetti lately. All the kids come up and say, "Yo, dude, we want to ride in one of your boats." That's why I keep them boats out there. Youngsters these days, darned if I understand them. I'm pretty confused myself. Nick, this isn't going anywhere. But this old man is the witness tomorrow, right? We gotta find some way of getting information out of him. Wonder if Maya's still here. Same, she's been quiet. I wonder if Tiny's still here. I also wonder if Rash is still here. Is that a parrot? Wow, What an amazing parrot that is. Good morning. Hello. It ignored me. What, you forgot, Maddie? You gotta call her name first. Her name? Polly! How you been? Hello. Hello. What's going on? DBX and Meyer here. Jay, are you here? Neat. So the parrot's name is Polly. Too bad all she can say is hello. Har har har. Oh, Polly can say lots of things. You just need to know the secret words. The secret words? Polly, Polly, what's your name? Polly Squad. Hee hee, cute. Well, let's find a new friend. Wow, there's lots of various fish in Gourd Lake here. Something's funny, Nick. All these fish are saltwater fish. Look, a little safe. It's locked. Wow, he has a television in here too. This fishing pole looks expensive. Look, Nick, he has an electric blanket on his table. Looks warm. That's a great idea. That's a great idea. You should do that at the office. We can sit down with our clients, snug and warm, and drink hot cocoa. And what? Talk about murders? Ah, you're a party pooper, Nick. Tiny, you here? Looks like a kitchen unit. It's pretty clean. Funny, he doesn't look like the type who would keep things tidy like that. You're forgetting, Nick. He's running a pasta shop here. Now listen here, Keith. Remember that tricolor pasta we were talking about? Or rainbow-lee. I figured the last color we should use. Indigo blue. Indigo blue? That didn't seem to work the way I thought it might. He's gonna say the same thing. Yes, he is. Okay. This is going nowhere fast. Oh, looks like Tiny's gone. That's tough. That a lawyer's badge? Yes, it is. I don't believe it. This old guy is the first person to recognize my badge. I get it. Huh? Hey, yo. I got you figured out now. You're not Keith. Nick. Now's a chance to clear things up. Sir? No, I'm not Keith. And I'm not Meg either. We're here investigating the murder that took place on this lake the other night. Please help us. A lawyer, huh? Please, mister? Alright, I'll help. But on one condition. What's that? When this case is over and done, you're one the wet noodle. Okay, we promise. Nick, are you sure about this? Hey, anything to get this case solved. Also, who wouldn't want to eat Phoenix noodles? I guess so. That's my boy. Good for you, Keith. But wait, didn't I just say... You too, Meg. Yes? You bring a tear to your old man's eye, you know. Now what was it that you wanted to know? Speak up, Polly. Hello, squad. Now he's talking to the bird again. How do you get him to talk to us? My memory's gotten worse of late. That's why I just tell everything important to old Polly here. Everything important? I wonder. Polly, what's the number to the safe? 1228, squad. Alright. Hey, Polly, watch it, will ya? See, Nick? All it takes is a little clever thinking. And a criminal mind. Quick, Nick, write that number down. Hey, don't get me involved in little heist schemes. Look at a little safe. How does he go opening secret safes without their permission, Meg? Maybe later. Later? December 26th, Detention Center Visitors Room. Looks like I was just in questioning. Let's come back later. Guess so. The gumshoe wasn't here. Now that you mention it, didn't you say you had a meeting to go to? Ah, that's right. Let's come back later. Ah, the fresh air. I gotta say, freedom feels great. Behave yourself in the courtroom tomorrow, okay? Misbehaving is much more fun. It's not going to be so much fun when Edgeworth refuses to pay your bail again. Right, I'll behave. Oh dear. Apparently Mr. Grossberg is on vacation today. Well, I guess I can come back tomorrow if I need anything. But I was watching Ed, Edd n Eddy's song someone made. You know about Gordy? Nope. Hey, yep. I've seen this. You know something about this, sir? Keith. Yes? It's okay. You can call me Dad. Dad? You know something about this? Hey, yep. The other night, out on the lake. Yes, yes. I know all about that. I've seen it. What? Tell us what you saw. Well, I suppose, since you're taking over the shop and all. I forget the time, but it was pretty dark outside. Probably night. Hey, yep. It was after midnight, but okay. Then I heard this bang, so I walked outside. Then I heard another one, bang. A little while later, this boat comes back. Then a young man walked by my window here. He was muttering something to himself. Yup. What did he say? Hey, yep. I forgot. I remember about tomorrow, about court time. Promise. We need to know earlier than that. You know what? Little Terry was just here. Terry? Hey, yep. That kid next door. He always used to make him cry, remember? He was wearing this tattered old coat. Got himself some whiskers growing out of his face. He was talking about Detective Gumshoe. He comes up and tells me to come down to court tomorrow. Really? Somehow I don't think we're going to get much useful information from this guy. Maya, maybe we should be leaving. I think you're right. Oh wait, I have one more question. Huh? Polly, have we forgotten something? Squawk! Don't forget DL6, Squawk. Huh? What did you just say, Nick? One more time, Polly. Don't forget DL6, Squawk. What? I mean, Dad. This is getting weird. Who is this old guy? Why would that bird Polly know about DL6? I have to figure out who that old man is. No. What? He locked the door from the other side. Who could that old man be? Are they gonna do a little more research in this DL6 incident? Maybe I should ask Detective Gumshoe. The plot thickens. It's December 26th, Police Department, Criminal Affairs. Hey, pal. Long time no see. You don't look so happy. What's wrong this time? Actually, I wanted to ask you something. Yeah? Detective Gumshoe, please help us. Huh? We need to know about the DL6 incident. That was when Edward's father died. I can't help but think that it has something to do with this current case. To tell the truth, I don't know much about it, the DL6 either. Mr. Edwards forbade us from reading the file. So, I'm afraid I can't show them to you either, pal. What? However, if you can convince me somehow that the DL6 incident is related to this case, well, I guess I'd consider opening the file up. You have the Bummer's shop down at Gourd Lake? Oh yeah, the old man who runs it is appearing as a witness in court tomorrow, right? Huh? How'd you... that was supposed to be top secret. Do you know who that old man is, Detective? Actually, I don't. He's a bit of an odd bird. I haven't been able to get a straight answer out of him. I said at first that he wasn't persuasive enough to stand and testify as a witness. That's why we called Miss Lauder hard yesterday. As for who he is, you have absolutely no idea. Sounds suspicious. Damn it. Damn. I watched the whole season 1 again. Alrighty. Maybe I should show him some stuff. What's that? A parrot? The old man at the boat rental shop's parrot. The parrot knew about that incident. Oh, what is the breakfast, Tiny? Like, what is it? That incident? DL6. What? Polly, have we forgotten something? Squawk! Don't forget DL6, Squawk. Huh? I'm pretty sure the old man must have taught her that word. Yeah, but how would that old man know about the DL6 incident? Wait, what if that old man was connected to DL6? Nick, you think he might be? I get you. Sounds like you need information on the DO6 incident. Through there is the station's records room. I'll give you a special permission to go in and find what you need. Alright, way to go, Detective Gumshoe. Okay, Nick, to the records room. I guess it's time we face Edgeworth's past. Wow, it's amazing. Lee Dusty. 10 years of files and 10 years of dust, I guess. Let's find that DO6 stuff quick. 15 years ago, both me and Edgeworth were 9 years old. We were almost due with 4th grade when he suddenly transferred. Because of DO6? Nick, I found out where the file is. Oh, thanks. Just let me know what you want to know about the DO6 incident. I'll get you the right file. Got any data on the suspect in there? That'll be the guy that my mom got arrested. Hold on, this is it. The man arrested as a suspect in DO6 was Yanni Yogi. He was a clerk in the court, apparently. So he must have been the 3rd person in the elevator. Well, then he had to have done it. But he was found innocent, thanks to a defense lawyer, Robert Haymond. Haymond, the victim in our case. Right? The suspect, Mr. Yogi, was oxygen deprived so much that he had brain damage. He lost all memory of being in the elevator. After he was declared innocent, he disappeared. Where could Yogi have gone to, I wonder? He may be closer than we think. Do you have any data on the victim, Edgeworth's father? Yeah, hold on. Victim. Here, found it. Gregory Edgeworth, 35, defense attorney. If he were still alive, he would be 50. He had lost that day's case in court and got in the elevator with his son, Miles. Miles? Miles Edgeworth, of course. Say he was in the elevator with his father. From the angle of the bullet and the other evidence, it could have not have been suicide. The murder weapon, a pistol, was found in the elevator. The pistol had been fired 2 times. Where have I heard that before? Huh, it sounds like this current case. What's going on here? Well, first I have to get a handle on the main facts. Like a summary. Right. Summary. Found it! Here you go. December 28th, 2001. That's exactly 15 years ago from the day after tomorrow. So in 2 days, the case is closed. The incident took place in the elevator of the district courthouse. What? Is the same district courthouse we're holding the trial now? Looks like it. There was a large earthquake at 2 p.m. on that day. Part of the court building collapsed and all the lights went out. Wow, that was some earthquake. At the time, 3 people were trapped in the elevator. It took 5 hours for them to be rescued. 5 hours? That would be scary like that, in the dark. There was a lack of oxygen in the elevator and the survivors were unconscious. Survivors? One of the 3 in the elevator had been shot in the heart. That was Mr. Edgeworth's father, wasn't it? He said that his father was shot before his very eyes. So Miles Edgeworth was one of the other passengers in that elevator. I guess I know generally what happened in DO6 now. I still don't know what sort of impact the whole thing had on Edgeworth. Nick, are we gonna take the whole file? There's too much. We'll never get it out. You're right. How about we just take what we think we'll need? Right. That's probably all we'll be able to find here. Now let's left is the trial tomorrow. I wonder how Dad will do testifying in court. bacon, eggs, toast, fruit. Furret? What the hell is a furret? Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well. Apparently the prosecution is also ready. Mini potato? What? That's what furret is? Mini potatoes? I thought she just mispronounced fruit. Who is the judge here anyway? Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement. Very well. Opening statement, so... Not so fast, Judge. I was taking a meaningful pause before speaking. Right, of course. A prediction. Today's trial will end 3 minutes from now. Order. Order. Mr. Von Karma, what is the meaning of your statement just now? Bah! Must you question everything? It will be over in 3 minutes. We have no time to waste. I'll call my witness now. Right. I'll call my witness, my decisive witness, to the stand. It's that mysterious boat shop owner. Witness, state your profession. I am the proprietor of the restaurant at the Wet Noodle at Gourd Lake. And I also ran boats. The night of the incident, were you in the boat? You were in the boat rental shop, correct? Yep, I was. Please testify. Wait a second. I still haven't heard who this old guy is. Wait a minute. The witness hasn't stated his name yet. Because I didn't ask him, Mr. White. Bah! I predicted the trial will end in 3 minutes. Stop asking trivial questions and cooperate. Yeah, right. The witness will state his name. Well, I'm not really sure. Yup. What do you mean? My, memory. Your Honor, the witness does not remember anything beyond the last several years. Ergo, he cannot recall his own name. You can't recall, you say? Yes, but the incident in question took place 3 days ago. He can testify. Very well. Let's hear his testimony then, shall we, witness? It was the night of the 24th, just after midnight. Yup. I was in the restaurant, where I rent boats, as usual. Then I heard a bang. Yup. When I looked out the window, I saw a boat just floating on the lake. Then I heard another bang. Just about then, the boat comes at the shore, and a man walks by my window. Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination. There is nothing to question in my witness's testimony. Ergo, he needs cross-examination. No need for cross-examination. Besides, there are only 10 seconds of our 3 minutes are up. Judge, your verdict now. Yes, Mr. Wright. What are you saying? Of course I'll cross-examine the witness. Very well. You may begin. Rawr. Excuse me, Mr. Von Karma? 3 minutes just passed. I see. Well then, let's just take our time. You may cross-examine the witness. It was the night of the 24th, just after midnight. Yup. Just after midnight, you say? Yup, just around then. Are you sure? Pretty sure. Yup. When I talked to you yesterday, you were rather vague about the time. I'm surprised you seem so sure about it today. I asked him and he remembered. Isn't that right? Don't glare at me like that. I remembered it clearly, I did. Yup. You see? Continue. I was in the restaurant where I rent boats, as usual. Then I heard a bang. Yup. When I looked out the window, I saw a boat just floating on the lake. Then I heard another bang. Just about then, the boat comes back to shore, and a man walks by my window. Isn't there anyone who can verify that? Well, I guess Paula could. That's not good enough for a court of law. Mr. Wright, exactly what's not good enough? Your Honor, this Polly is a parrot. I did. Misspelled it. Why did Tiny respond to that so late? A parrot? Don't be so hard on the girl, Keith, the boy. Keith? The prosecution concedes that we cannot prove the witness was in the shop. Witness, please continue. Then I heard a bang. Yup. And where did the bang seem to come from? From the lake, I figure. Are you certain? Yup. Good. Continue. When I looked out the window, I saw a boat just floating in the lake. Was there someone in the boat? It was pretty far out there. I couldn't see clearly, but I figured there was 2 men out there. Yup. But you couldn't see them clearly. Yup. At the time, that is. At the time. Then I heard another bang. So you heard 2 gunshots total? Yup. That's what Lotta said in her testimony yesterday. Just about then, the boat comes back to shore and a man walks by my window. By your window? Yup, by my window. Right outside the window of my little shack. And could you see the man's face? Well, the fog was pretty darn thick, but he was right there in front of me. I saw him. It's an important detail. Please add it to your testimony. Tisk, tisk, tisk. I have a bad feeling about this. That man was the defendant. He was saying, I can't believe he's dead. Are you sure? Uh-oh. Dad? Dead certain, Keith. He said, I can't believe he's dead, as he was walking by too. Witness, are you sure the person that you saw was Miles Edgeworth? It was him. Edgeworth's boy. This sounds like decisive evidence indeed. I see no room for doubt. He did the cross-examining so he could set me up for a fall. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Nick, I don't like the way things are going here. Everyone in the courtroom is glaring at us. I better act quick or this trial is going to be over. Your Honor, you proved in yesterday's trial that it could not have been Edgeworth who fired that gun. Mr. Wright, are you referring to the fingerprints from Edgeworth's right hand found on the gun, and the photograph showing a man firing with his left hand? Exactly. That is easily explainable. He could have wiped his prints after he fired. You are ignoring the truth of the matter here. Everything in this witness testimony is true. The judge is lost in thought. What should I do? Your Honor, this witness claims that Edgeworth said, I can't believe he's dead. But his word is all we have. if we were telling a lie. Mr. Wright, in a court of law, the evidence tells all. Apparently you have yet to realize even this basic fact. If you say his testimony is a lie, show us proof. Nick, do we have evidence? It's no good. There's nothing I can do. Are you sure? To be honest, I don't know what to do anymore. Please. Can you hear me, sis? Please. We need your help. Nick needs you. 3 minutes was perhaps too high an expectation. However, 15 minutes isn't bad. This must be a new record. Enough. Witness may leave the stand. This court seems no reason to further prolong the trial. Nor is there any need for one time to decide the case against the defendant. This case is extremely clear. I see no room for misinterpretation of the facts. What? No. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Atworth. Damn. The accused will surrender to the court immediately to be held pending trial at a higher court than a month from today's date. That is all. This court is adjourned. One. Who was that just now? Me. What? Larry? What are you doing here? Listen, you gotta listen to me. I was there at the park the night of the murder. I wasn't sure about it until just yesterday. But today I remembered it. Remembered what? The gunshot. I heard it too. Order. What's the meaning of this? The verdict has been decided. I call for adjournment. One moment, Mr. Von Karma. So you say you heard a gunshot? Yeah, I did. A gunshot that night. I was sitting here in the audience listening to the testimony. Then I realized something he said was different from what I remember. And anyhow, I can't just sit here and let you call Ezzy a murderer. It's just not right. I'll testify. Let me testify. Order! Order! Well, this is the first time something like this has happened like this in my court. I'm not quite sure how to proceed. Judge, you've already given your decision. The trial is over. Nick, this is it. They're giving us one final chance at this. She's right. If only it wasn't Larry, he could make things even worse. The sheriff was just declared guilty, Nick. It doesn't get any worse. You're right. Okay. Your Honor, if there's another witness, it's our duty to hear him speak. Right here, right now. A waste of time. The verdict cannot be overturned. Allow me to speak my opinion. In all court proceedings, it is our duty to prevent an inaccurate verdict. In order to make sure that a mistake has been made, every witness should be heard. What is this? Give me a second. There we go. Alright, got my charger. Let me just... Alright, let's go. Mr. Von Karma, I order you to call this new witness to testify. Now. What? The court will adjourn for a 5-minute recess. After that, we will hear this new witness. Court is adjourned. Ooh, that was too close. Sorry to keep you on the edge of your seat like that, Edgeworth. I've seen worse. Yeah, right, Edgeworth. You're sweating bullets. I just wonder what Larry plans to say in there. Larry was at the lake that night? Yes. He's anyone looking for the Steel Samurai balloon that flew into the lake. Oh, right. And he found the balloon and the air tank that night. Yeah. Hey, Edgeworth. Huh? You say something right? Yeah, a lot of things. You seem out of it. What's wrong? It's nothing. Mr. Edgeworth, there's something I've been meaning to ask you. What's that? Why are your fingerprints on the murder weapon? Oh. When you fell into the lake, I went into a daze. I couldn't understand what had happened. I couldn't think straight. Then I saw the pistol lying on the floor of the boat in front of me. I picked it up without thinking. That is a fire album cover right there. I didn't have a reason really. I see. Right. Yeah. This might be our chance. Our chance? Von Karma has only ever run perfect trials. Perfect trials? Perfectly prepared witnesses. Perfectly complete evidence. That's the secret to his success. This is the first time he's ever had to deal with something unexpected. He has to let someone he hasn't even talked to testify before the court. And that someone is Larry. What are you getting at? It's likely his testimony will be full of holes, right? That's right, Nick. No 10-minute trial this time. We'll make this one for all it's worth. Still here, remain. Alright, Rash. Hey, it was 15 minutes. 15! Everything's on Larry now. Alright, let's go. Court is now back in session. Witness. Please testify to the court about everything that you saw on December 24th. Right. Leave it to me. Please, Larry, don't mess this one up. I hate to admit it, but you're our last chance. Montgomery didn't even have time to prep his witness. I just hope Edgeworth is right about this being our big break. That night I was out in a boat on a lake. I was looking for something and I found it. So I quietly slipped the boat back at the rental shop dock. Then I was thinking about going home. I heard this bang. I looked out over the lake, but I didn't see a boat. So after I heard that single gunshot, I went home. That was an unusually vague testimony, even for this court. In any case, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. What's wrong, Nick? It's Larry. I have no idea what he's going to say if I press him. I'm a little scared. Well, we've come this far. There's no way to go out before Nick. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? There were so many things wrong, I don't know where to begin. Well, okay. First of all, what time was it? Oh, it was after 11 when I went out to the boat. By that time, everyone had gone home for the night. So I waited until the coast was clear, so to speak. And why were you out on the boat at such a late hour? I was looking for something, and I found it. Looking for something? Yeah. Mr. Butts, what was it we were looking for? What the witness was searching for is irrelevant. Most likely it was something for this Gordy. That's surprisingly close to the truth in a sense. This is all irrelevant. Let's get it over with. So I calmly slipped the boat back in at the rental shop dock. Around what time was that? Well, let's see. I figure I was about searching for an hour. I guess it was around 12, yeah? You're not sure? Hey! Don't give me that face. I'm not some sort of human sundial, okay? People use watches these days, Larry. Then I was thinking about going home. I heard this bang. Where did the sound come from? Yeah, well, I wasn't too sure about that. I looked around, you know. Did you look at the lake? Yeah, I looked. I looked out over the lake, but I didn't see a boat. Wasn't there a boat on the lake? I'm back. Welcome back, Maya. Well, Mr. Butts. Whoa. Everybody just calm down, okay? I mean, it was real foggy that night. I'm not sure whether there was a boat out there or not. Okay, no problem. That's just the most important part of this case. So after I heard that single gunshot, I went home. So you only heard one bang, correct? Yeah. Huh. Well, Nick, was a pretty wishy-washy testimony, wasn't it? I should just start working on the contradictions. Sorry, I wish I could be more helpful. I wish I could call my sister. Wait a sec, Larry. What? So you only heard one bang? You're sure? That's what I said. But Miss Lotta, her art testified that yesterday that she heard two bangs. And the old man just now said the same thing. They both heard two gunshots that night. Were you even listening? Were you paying attention at all to what they said? Yo, Nick, please. Huh? You know something's been bothering me. I'm a witness, see? I'm like a customer here. So you gotta treat me nice and stuff, okay? Nigga, Mr. Butts. What? You only heard one gunshot. Are you sure? Well, to tell you the truth, I'm not sure. Not sure? How could you not be sure? Yeah, well, I might have missed the other gunshot. I was listening to something else. Something else? My radio, dude, with my headphones. What? Order, and stop that booing. I was DBX whole time. Mr. Butts, you listening to the radio with your headphones? Yeah, so what? That crime? I listen to my radio. Everybody listens to the radio. What's the big deal? Mr. Markama, your opinion? Waste of time. I did not accept this witness nor this shoddy testimony. Oh, Mr. Wright, should he continue the testimony? Your Honor, please allow witness to continue his testimony. Bah! Nothing is more pitiful than a lawyer who doesn't know once he's lost. Alright, Mr. Butts. Please give your testimony and be sure to include details like your radio. Right, leave it to me. I wouldn't if there were any other way out of this. Believe me. What Larry heard. It's lonely being alone on Christmas Eve. That's why I was into an All Request show on the radio, see? I was listening to it real booming loud, like. But I'm sure I heard that gunshot. I remember exactly what the DJ was saying when I heard it, too. Ha! You're listening to your radio at a high volume? Yeah, what's the big problem? Can't a man listen to his radio in peace? Isn't this a free country? I truly believe Larry has no idea what the problem here is. Judge, can you believe a word this witness says? What he heard was probably nothing more than a drum beat from the radio. True enough, it is difficult to believe this testimony. Wait, Your Honor. The witness said he remembers exactly what the DJ said when he heard the gunshot. Excuse me? DJ? An announcer, the guy who says things on the radio. Anyway, what this means is, when he heard the sound, no music was playing. The DJ only talks between songs, so he could have heard the gunshot from the lake. I'll have to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. Very well, Mr. Wright. I can't believe I'm continuing with this charade. It's so lonely being alone on Christmas Eve. So you turned on the radio? Right. I just wanted to hear someone's voice, you know. You don't know what it's like out there alone on Christmas Eve. Alone. I shouldn't have said anything. That's why I was listening to an all-request show on the radio. See? Do you by any chance remember the name of the program you were listening to? This has nothing to do with the case, Your Honor. That's definitely Ajax. Objection sustained. The witness was listening to the radio. That is all we need to know. Tell us, Mr. Butts, how loud was your radio set to you that night? I was listening to it real booming loud, like. Real booming loud? Yeah, you know. And you had headphones on? Yup. I wouldn't think you could hear anything going on outside at all. But I'm sure I heard that gunshot. Can you prove that? No, of course you can't. No, I can't prove it. I remember that moment real clear. I mean, while I was talking about it, it came back real clear to me, you know? I remember exactly what the DJ was saying when I heard it too. What did he say? Mr. Wright, please cease the pointless questions. What possible good could knowing what a radio DJ said do to us? Indeed, Mr. Von Calm has a point. I'll allow the question only if you see some reason why we should care. We should care. We should care, Your Honor. Of course we should. Why? Well, how do you know if we don't ask? Fine. Very well. Mr. Butts, please testify to the court. What was the radio announcer saying when you heard the gunshot? Just when he said, "Hey, it's almost Christmas," I heard the gunshot. Are you sure? Of course I am. She had this real sexy voice. If Von Calm was right, I'm not sure how this helped at all. This is the most ludicrous testimony I ever heard. There's one gleaming ray of hope in there. I got suppressed until we get to the bottom of what happened. Wait a minute. Oh, that's the last statement. Hey, it's almost Christmas. It's almost Christmas. Just after midnight. Hold on, Harry. Are you absolutely sure what you're saying is correct? Huh? What's with the face? You look scary, dude. Hey, if you're trying to scare me, you better know that you better know I don't scare that easy. Something the matter, Mr. Wright? Your Honor? Did you hear what the witness just said? He just said, "Hey, it's almost Christmas," when he heard the gunshot. Indeed. And almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas. Do you realize what this means? When he heard the gunshot, it was still Christmas Eve. That would seem to be the case, yes. But he should have heard that gunshot after midnight. This photograph is irrefutable proof of this fact. Let's see what the time was on the photo taken on the gun trigger in Miss Hart's camera. 12:25, 15. 15 minutes after midnight on Christmas Day. This is a clear contradiction, Your Honor. Order! Order! What does this mean? The two prior witnesses heard gunshots after midnight. However, this witness says he heard a gunshot before midnight. Judge, the answer is simple. The current witness is plainly mistaken. Just look at him. Suspicious. What? Well, Mr. Wright, What do you think about Mr. Butts claiming he heard the gunshot before midnight? Larry's wrong. Larry's right. Larry's wrong. Larry's right. Larry's not mistaken, Your Honor. He heard the gunshot before midnight. Intriguing. I'm assuming you have evidence for this wild claim. Show me evidence there was a gunshot before midnight. Bet. This is my evidence. The murder weapon? Something about this pistol was bothering me, Your Honor. Both of the witnesses who testified yesterday heard 2 gunshots. However, the murder weapon was fired 3 times. When, then, was the last shot fired? Only now I realize the truth. The third shot was shot. Was the shot Larry heard just before midnight. Order. Order. I guess that would make sense out of yesterday's testimonies. Bah, you waste our time again with your empty statements. Yes, the pistol was fired 3 times. But do you have any proof that it was fired before midnight? Do you have proof that the witness didn't just think he heard something? Mr. Wright, there is no turning back now. Do you have evidence that proves there was a gunshot before midnight? Do you have evidence that proves the Butts wasn't just hearing things? Empty photo? Look at this photograph. This was taken by our witness yesterday, Miss Lauderhart, with her automatic camera. The timestamp in the photo reads December 24th, 11:50 p.m. Oh yeah? But there's nothing on the lake in this picture. Your Honor, the real issue here is not why nothing is shown in this photograph. It is why this photograph exists at all. What do you mean? Your Honor, this photograph was taken by an automatic camera. That camera was set to go off in response to loud noises. Ahem. Correct. There was a loud noise on the lake at 11:50 p.m. That is why this photograph was taken. In other words, there was a gunshot at the time that Larry claims. Order. Order. That would make sense of the evidence we've seen so far. However, this leaves you wondering exactly what did happen that night on the lake. Exactly. If this is true, there were 2 sets of gunshots separated by 25 minutes. On 11:50, another at 15 minutes after midnight. Why, I ask you? Why? Uh-oh, I better think of something quick. Wait a second. Gunshots separated by 25 minutes? What's wrong, Nick? I have it. I have it. Huh? Remember the case with the Steel Samurai? Huh? Yeah, of course, I remember. The murderer in this case has the same idea as the murderer in that case. What do you mean? Maya? Yes. If we don't figure this out now, we'll never overturn Edwards' guilty verdict. I've got a hunch, and I'm going to run with it. Right. I mean, is this safe? Safe? We've already gotten a guilty verdict. We got nothing to lose. You just watch and let me know if I say anything that sounds fishy, okay? Right, Nick? Your Honor? Yes, Mr. Wright. The testimony just now has cleared up this entire case. What do you mean, Mr. Wright? Tisk, tisk, tisk. So you finally realize the truth? There can be none other murderer here than Miles Edgeworth himself. Wrong, Von Karma. A man was shot that night, but it wasn't Edgeworth who did the shooting. Listen, rookie. Take a deep breath and consider the facts. At the time of the murder, one boat was in the lake. This was shown by the witness's photograph. Defendant Edgeworth and the victim, Robert Hammond, were on that boat. There was a gunshot fired on that boat and Hammond fell into the lake. The distance of the shooting was 1 meter. It couldn't have been suicide. Well, The guilty party has to be the other man on that boat. I admit it is hard to imagine any other possibility. Yes, but this assumes that the victim was shot at 15 minutes after midnight. What do you mean by that, Mr. Wright? You have photographic evidence at the time of the shooting. The timestamp on the photo says 15. But Larry heard a gunshot 25 minutes before that. Robert Heyman was killed then, 25 minutes before the shot on the lake. That's the only way Edgeworth could be innocent. Mr. Wright, are you quite mad? Explain who the two men on the boat are. Edgeworth and the murderer. Edgeworth and Haymond. The murderer and Haymond. It's not Edgeworth and Haymond. It's Edgeworth and the murderer. The murderer and Haymond. Edgeworth and the murderer. So this is after. So it's Edgeworth and the murderer. Of course, it was Edgeworth and the murderer. After the murderer killed Robert Heyman at 11:50, he assumed the guys that Mr. Heyman had met Edgeworth. What? Are you serious? Yes, Edgeworth won't tell us why he went to the lake that night. However, I have a hunch. That night, Robert Heyman called Edgeworth to the lake. Now, Edgeworth didn't know Robert Heyman's face that well. That's why he didn't expect anything when the murderer took Robert Heyman's place. I'm not sure what to make of all this. Ludicrous. Mr. Wright. Sorry. Tell us the name of the murderer then. The murderer's name? Right, it's Miles Edgeworth, Lotta Hart. I don't know. Actually, I don't know the murderer's name. You don't know? Bah! Again, you waste my time. I don't know because he never told us. The murderer is the caretaker of the boat shop, that old man. At 11:50, he was the one who killed Robert Heyman. The caretaker of the boat shop? Why did he do this? There weren't any boats in the lake then. Why would he have to go all the way out to the lake just to shoot someone? May I suggest that the real scene of this crime was not on a boat? What? Well then, where did the murder take place? Show the judge where the murder really took place. On land. Around here? Maybe? Maybe, Mr. Wright. And does this maybe include the reason why the killer would choose that spot? Yes, well, maybe because there is no good reason the murder would thought we never expected. Maybe we should try again. He wouldn't be surprised I goofed up. Was it in the shack? Here, of course, the boat shop, where he lives. That way he could meet with the victim without anyone seeing. Do you have proof that the boat shop was the scene of the crime? Recall Larry's testimony, if you will. That night, he was out on the lake in a boat, searching for something. He finds it and returns to the boat. Then just as he's starting to head for home, he hears a gunshot. He heard a gunshot, Your Honor, even though he was wearing headphones at the time. In other words, the gunshot was very, very close by. And what would that be if he had just returned a boat? The boat shop. Mr. Wright, what happened that night on Gourd Lake? Please tell the court from the beginning. Yes, Your Honor. Nick, are you sure about this? Not really. But I think if I start at the very beginning and take it slow, I might just be able to figure this out. That night, the caretaker of the boat shop called Robert Heyman to his shop. This is around 11:50. That was when the gunshot that Larry heard was fired. After that, the caretaker put on Robert Hammond's coat. He became Robert Hammond. Then he got in the boat with Edgeworth and went out into the middle of the lake. Then, who fired the pistol on the boat, Mr. Wright? Miles Edgeworth. The boat shop caretaker, Miles Edgeworth. Good night, love you, Leon. Night, y'all. Good night, Tiny. Of course, it was the murderer who shot the pistol. He shot twice. Both missed Edgeworth on purpose. Wait a minute. Yes. Why would he shoot twice if he didn't mean to hit anyone? Details. Details. Know this, Mr. Wright. The moment you run out of explanation is the moment you lose. Tell us what a murderer shot the fire twice. To create a witness. So I thought to create a witness, Your Honor. Create a witness? The murderer lit his pistol on fire as one shot. That ensured that anyone who heard the shot would look at the lake. And see, indeed, Miss Hart did exactly that after hearing the first gunshot. Next, the murderer waits a bit and he fires again. Then, the murderer jumps from the boat himself, leaving the pistol in the boat behind him. I see. To someone looking from the edge of the lake, it would appear that one of the men on the boat had shot the other. The murderer didn't know about the automatic camera, of course. That's why he shot twice to draw attention to the boat. Once you realize that, everything else falls into place. The boat shop caretaker swung back to his shop. Then he put Mr. Hammond's wet coat back on the body and threw the body into the lake. This is what happened, Your Honor. These are the events that have transpired that night on the Gourd Lake. Bailiff, bring out the witness from before. The boat shop caretaker, quickly. Very well. While we are waiting for the caretaker, let's have the defendant Miles Edgeworth a few questions. Mr. Edgeworth, please take the stand. Mr. Edgeworth, you heard what the defendants had said? Yes. Well, why didn't you go to the lake that night? What Wright had said was mostly correct. Astonishingly so, actually. Yes. Several days ago, I received a letter. The letter was signed Robert Hammond. He asked me to come to the boat shop by the lake at midnight on Christmas Eve. He said he had something very important to discuss with me. Something important? I'm sorry, I can't say what it was. Your Honor, sir. Bailiff, we are conducting our trial here. I ask you that you remain quiet. The witness has disappeared. He isn't at the boat shop either. What? What should I do? Find him quickly. We can't allow him to get away. Mr. Von Kammer, your witness has disappeared. A search warrant has already been issued. It goes without saying that I cannot declare a verdict until under these circumstances. I will extend the trial until tomorrow to find a day allowed. I requested that the police department utilize all its force to find that witness. Am I understood? One more thing. Just who was that boat shop caretaker? I think his identity has become very important to this trial. I want him, and I want to know who he is. Very well. Court is adjourned. Yay, Nick, you did it. Yeah. Well, at least we got out from under the guilty verdict. And what about Larry? That was something else. Even Von Karma didn't know what to do with his testimony. Larry really helped us out. Sure, once I sifted through his unique testimony, still, he did save us. I just wish our cases weren't so down to the wire all the time. I know what you mean. Sometimes I feel like it's us on trial instead of our clients. Hey, Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth? Did you say something? Don't look so pained. I mean, it looks like you're probably going to get off the hook. You could try to smile, just a little. Relax. I'm sorry, but I fear it's not over for me yet. What do you mean? Right. There's something that's been troubling me for a long time now, and I don't know whether or not to tell you. Edgeworth? No. There's so little time left. I want to tell you to get it off my chest, but I can't make up my mind. What is this about, Edgeworth? It's a nightmare I've had. A memory of a crime that I committed. A crime you committed? A memory of a murder. Save your progress. Oof. Well, I'm gonna end it here. My mouth's getting tired. Pause. But yeah, I want to end it here. Alrighty then. Alrighty. See y'all tomorrow. I'll still be able to talk if y'all want to.